Last time we learned the properties of arithmetic, the orders of operation, and how to invert them in order to solve equations. Now we're going to learn about isolating the variable and how to do that backwards from PEMDAS. So let's say we have an equation like x plus 1 times 3 plus 5 equals the square root of 2 times 18 plus 1. And now what we want to do is solve for x. The first thing we need to do is get the expression in English terms. We need to use the distributive property to show that this equals 3x plus 3 plus 5 equals square root of 2 times 18 plus 1. Now we get 3x plus 8 equals plus or minus, got to be careful with that one, 6 plus 1. Since we could instead replace the square root of 2 times 18 with the square root of 36, which is their product. So now we have two cases. 3x plus 8 equals minus 6 plus 1 equals negative 5, or 3x plus 8 equals positive 6 plus 1 equals 7. Either way, we need to subtract 8 from both sides to get either 3x equals negative 13 or 3x equals negative 1. Now, in the first case, we can just leave it in the form of the fraction, divide by 3 on both sides to get x equals negative 13 over 3. Or you divide by 3 on both sides here to show that x equals negative 1 over 3. We're able to do all of these things because once we do something to one side of the equation, we have to do it on the other side as well. I'll work another example now so we can get a better feel for this. I'll leave it on the board for a moment. You can pause if you need to look at it closely. This should show that, given the equation x plus 1 times 5 plus 4 equals 3x minus 11. Now the first thing we're going to do is use the distributive property to get 5x plus 5 plus 4 equals 3x plus 11. But now what do we have? We have x's on both sides and we need them on one side. So we're going to subtract the smaller version of x, not version, but we're going to subtract the one with the smaller coefficient from both sides. So now we get minus 3x and minus 3x over here. So we get 2x plus 9 equals 11. Now what's standing in our way? We have a 9 here, so the x's aren't by themselves. What we need now is to subtract 9 from both sides to get 2x equals 2. And now, what's our problem? X has a coefficient that isn't 1. So what we want to do is get this in lowest terms to find the value of x and not of x times some constant. So now we divide by 2 on both sides to get x equals